A reading from Matthew's Gospel. After the Sabbath, at dawn on the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to look at the tomb. There was a violent earthquake, for an angel of the Lord came down from heaven, and going to the tomb rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothes were white as snow. The guards were so afraid of him that they shook and became like dead men. The angel said to the women, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here. He is risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he has risen from the dead and is going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him. Now I have told you." So the women hurried away from the tomb, afraid yet filled with joy, and ran to tell his disciples. Suddenly Jesus met them. "Greetings," he said. They came to him, clasped his feet, and worshipped him. Then Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee, where they will see me." Sometimes life throws punches, some real punches at us. All of us today have been dealt with some pretty awful ones over the last couple of weeks. Just as we duck to dodge one punch, another comes to take its place. And one thing we can be sure of, there's more to come. And we are right to feel a little anxious about what is going to happen. Where is this country going? What does the future look like? Our losses are real, no matter what our age is. Young people particularly have missed their opportunity to sit exams, and that throws their whole future into the air. Holidays, conferences and family gatherings have been cancelled. Wedding plans thrown into turmoil. All those hours of planning, scheduling and spending money. The security we get from having our own business or a long-standing job, even that has become precarious. On Good Friday, we were all sad, because Jesus had died. The disciples' hopes, plans and excitement had all been dashed. Sounds a bit like us at the moment, doesn't it? Everything is suddenly uncertain, and naturally we feel anxious. But it's also Easter, and a lot of things that we see at Easter, like eggs and bunnies and chickens, go way back to people who celebrated springtime traditions. After long winters in the cold, people were excited to have warmer weather and sunshine. They thought things like eggs symbolised new life. In fact, even the name Easter may have come from Easterr, who was actually a pagan goddess. But she was the goddess of dawn. An extra fun fact is that the term East comes from since the sun rises in the east, which is when the sun rises. People often see the sunrise as a hopeful event, because it means a new day is coming, a new day is dawning. Well, I want to tell you today, a new day is dawning. We celebrate Easter in the church as the time when a different sun rose. Today is when we remember the resurrection of Jesus Christ. He was put to death, even though he had done nothing wrong, because he was taking the punishment for our sins. He died and was put in a tomb with a huge stone over the entrance. Then on the Sunday, when some of his friends went to the tomb, they found out it was empty. All that was left of Jesus was the linen they had used to wrap up his body. Now, an empty Easter egg, like this one, might be disappointing. But an empty tomb is amazing. An angel told the ladies who went to see Jesus that he had risen from the dead and was alive. Well, they were so excited they ran to tell his disciples, and they were talking so fast they could hardly be understood. Jesus had defeated death and given us forgiveness for the things we do wrong. Knowing that we have freedom from our sins, what we do wrong, and new life in Jesus is a lot more exciting than springtime or chicken eggs. We have hope that outlasts the weather, outlasts coronavirus, and new life that lasts forever. For us, Easter is even better than Christmas. Not only was Jesus born, but he lived and died and came back to life. This was the culmination of God's big rescue plan for us. He is so great. The news of Easter is so great. How can we help but share it? Let's do that every day. Easter isn't just a day or a season. It's hope in the risen Son and life in him. And this year particularly, we need bucketfuls of hope.